The higher the cattle quality, the less the risk. That's according to Tom Brink, president of J&F Oklahoma Holdings, the cattle ownership arm of Five Rivers Cattle Feeding. Its 12 feedlots annually market up to 2 million finished cattle.
You know, Five Rivers has been a quality-focused cattle feeder for a long time, and the main reason for that is because we sell the majority of our cattle on grids, and so they are priced on a carcass merit system.
Last year, they profiled almost 500,000 head of cattle, comparing the best grid performers to the other 90%.
What you will see consistently there is they are high-grading cattle that perform very well, and they weigh up very well. Their dressing percent or their carcass yield is very good. And then we like the fact, of course, that they can earn a substantial premium on the grid for us. The top 10% would do about $40 to $50 over the live market. I wish we could do that on a lot more than 10%.
Knowing that impacts what they'll pay for calves and yearlings coming into the yards.
You have at least a reasonably good idea which cattle are going to do very well on the grid, and so you will bid more to get those cattle. But our analysis would say that on those top 10%, they would be worth, as an 800-pound steer, they would be worth about $6 a hundred more than the rest of the cattle.
Other advantages may not show up as easily into the hard numbers, but they're just as real.
One of the best things about higher grading cattle, or cattle that you know are going to earn a premium on the grid and you know they're going to bring an above average price, it's kind of a subtle thing that nobody thinks about, but the basis on those cattle will be better than average. And of course the basis is the difference between cash and futures, or what your cattle are selling for in the futures market. And if you start with a higher price in terms of those premium cattle, then your basis is better, it's narrower, it means a lot to a risk manager when they're lifting those hedges to know that the basis will be a little more effective.
Quality also allows for greater flexibility, since those cattle will marble at a younger age.
You know, one of the most important things that our managers would say when managing quality cattle is to optimize the endpoint correctly. You have the luxury with higher grading cattle of really being able to market them, in a sense, a little sooner or a little later, depending on what the market is doing.
Brink says, in today's volatile market, managing risk is essential. The right combination of good genetics and management can help.